Hi all, this is Priyadharshini working as an assistant professor in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Today we are going to dwell into the topic Hive, which comes under data analytical frameworks. So what is Hive? Apache Hive, it is an open source data warehouse software project built on top of Hadoop for providing data query and analysis. It is more like SQL-like interface to query on the data stored in various databases and in different file systems that are integrated with Hadoop. So as I told you already, it is an open source data warehouse software for reading, writing and managing set of large data files that are stored in either in Apache Hive or in Apache Hive HDFS or in other data storage setups like Apache HBase, etc. So what is Apache Hive? Functionality: SQL-like query engine designed for high volume data stores. Multiple file formats are also supported here in Hive. Processing type: it uses only batch processing like Apache Test or MapReduce that are computer frameworks. Latency: medium to high latency. Hadoop integration runs on top of Hadoop with Apache Test or MapReduce for processing and HDFS or Amazon S3 for storage file system. Why Hive? So Hive is designed mainly for querying and managing only structured data stored in tables. Hive is scalable, fast, familiar concept. So schema gets stored in a database while processed data goes into a Hadoop file system. Hive allows users to read, write and manage petabytes of data using SQL. It is built on top of Apache Hadoop. The next one, the main motivation is Apache Hive was to simplify query development and in turn it is open up Hadoop unstructured data to a wider range of users in organization. So what are the Hive data model? The data model in Hive is organized into tables, partitions and buckets. So what is table? So tables is similar to what we call as relational tables in RDBMS. Each table has a corresponding directory in HDFS. The data is serialized and stored as files within the directory. Hive has default serialization built in which supports compression and lazy deserialization as well. Then this is about the tables. Next we will see what is partitions. So each table can be broken into partitions. Partitions determine the distribution of data within subdirectories. Example, so create table sales, partition by country, year, month, etc. So each partition will be split out into different folders. For example, sales country, it will be US year, which is 2012 month, that is equal to 12. Let's see what is buckets. So data in each partition divided into buckets. So first we know that tables are partitioned into partitions, and now the data in partitions are partitioned into buckets based on a hash function of the column respectively. So the syntax could be h column mod num buckets, that is equal to the bucket number. Each bucket is stored as a file in the partition directory. So this is the Hive architecture. So the Hive architecture consists of Hive clients, Hive services. So the Hive clients may be the Thrift application, JDBC application, ODBC application. So Thrift application converts all the other language platforms to the Hive architecture, whereas JDBC supports JDBC connections, ODBC application supports ODBC connection. Also this Thrift application have the Hive Thrift client as the driver. JDBC has JDBC driver and ODBC separately ODB driver. So from the data, when the data is arrived from different clients, it is passed into the Hive services. So through the Hive server. So Hive server takes from the particular client and passes it into the driver, and then it uses through a CLI or Hive web interface for querying the database, and then it is and gives the output to the job, the client job, and then it is stored in file system, which is again stored in Metastore. So this is how the Hive architecture works. So what is Hive client? Hive provides different drivers for communication. It will provide Thrift client for communication for Thrift based applications. For Java related application, as I told you already, it is JDBC driver. Other than any type of application provided by ODBC drivers. Hive services. Client interaction with Hive can be performed through Hive services. CLI is the command line interface. Hive service for DDL. All drivers communicate with Hive server. Driver present in the Hive site represents the main driver and it communicates all types of JDBC, ODBC, Thrift application. Driver will process these requests from different applications to Metastore and field systems for further processing. So Hive services such as Metastore file system are stored in cloud. Metadata information of tables created in Hive is stored in Hive Metastore database. Query results are stored in tables are going to be stored in Hadoop cluster or on HDFS. So Hive provides a CLI, that is command line interface to write queries, and SQL inspired language separates the user from the complexity of MapReduce programming, which is written in Java. So this is how a typical Hive query works. So select star from employee where salary is greater than 30,000. So the above query selects all the rows from the table employee where salary is more than 30,000. So here select statement is used to retrieve the data from a table. Where clause works similar to a condition. It filters the data using the condition and gives the final output. The built-in operators generate an expression which fulfills the condition. Thank you.